join us for part 2 of introducing Lindy, where she now moves out of the nest and has a boyfriend. She's older. There's so much drama involved. I'm not even joking. Come, join me next episode. Be right back. But this is part 2. I'm about to elevate the sound. Yeah. But this is part 2 called Lindy. The chapter where we introduced the namesake of the book. In the previous episode, it was Uthuli, which is the other character of the book. Please read with us, stay with us. So, Lindy grew up in Lesotho with her grandmother and a few of her other siblings and cousins. And this was because her mother had left. Her mother left her with her grandmother, with the oldest two. I don't know if that makes sense, but I guess it made sense to her. I would live with my youngest, but I'm not judging, obviously. I wrote. But anyway, she left with the oldest two, and she left Lindy, and she was leaving for a different country. At the time, those kids that she was leaving with were like 8 and 9, and she relocated in hopes to, I think also actually work for these kids she was living with, and also the ones she was leaving at home. Yeah. Unfortunately, as she was being raised by the grandmother, Lindy left the kids with the grandmother passed on, and the kids were left to fend for themselves. Indeed, that's her and her brother. They didn't have anyone else except some neighbors, sort of, who were close to the family that would help out. But overall, they were left to just look out for their own lives, and they're 11, maybe teenagers. Imagine. So in them being helped out by family friends. In them being helped out by family friends and stuff, they start hearing things from those same people around them about what potentially happened with why mommy left and why they had to be left behind or whatever. They start hearing things about even what could have happened to the father that led to the mom leaving. And they were hearing things, and it got to little Lindy. Finally, Lindy was like, nah, I'm gonna bounce from here. I need a new start. She decided she was gonna leave. When she was leaving so she saved up money from monthly government, so she could afford a bus ticket and bounce. And then the brother was like, no, I'm gonna stay and look out for and look after our family home. Yeah, our family home. And also because I think he harbored some resentment and questions for the mom that Lindy was going to look for when she was deciding to leave. So Lindy is arriving in Soweto, a different country from where she grew up and where the mom left her. She's now in Soweto in Johannesburg, where the mom moved to. And Lindy knew this because mommy would send some letters back home to them, check up on them and shit. Just check up on them. And then this is them, family picture. They're all reunited as the 3 girls with mommy. Mommy is out there doing the most for them and stuff. Happy family vibe. Yeah, she's chilling there. She's learning more about mommy, and she's seeing mommy had actually had a plan from even before she came to this new country to start this new life. She knew what she wanted to do and how she was to do that. Similarly, she saved up enough money to rent them a place for even the 2 years she wasn't working. And then she also got some piece jobs in between. And she was a tenacious woman, clearly, who was always good on her toes and stuff. And now she works as a receptionist in the city, to keep the kids alive and herself alive. And obviously, while mommy, not obviously, but while mommy's out there doing the most for these kids, they're gossiping at home, and the older sisters are telling Lindy how she's so fortunate to not remember pretty much most of her childhood, as it was horrific. And these were just hints to Lindy these are the stories the neighbors might have been referring to. So that is kind of strange. I will look out for that and stuff. I'm assuming these were the thoughts. And then yeah, so it put questions in her head, what happened, what actually happened to her father, and why, if that, like, whatever happened is why the mom ended up leaving. Like, so many questions, you will piece it together. And yeah, I think the grandmother knew, and hence her heart problems apparently.